Yes.
So I want to ask you about coaching because you kind of started,
Yeah.
you started a transition. But before we get there, we got to do the Monroe's random ass question. All right,
Yeah.
and again, like I've said, like the randomness really is variable. Like
Uh
this is not very random, but whatever. I get to pick whatever freaking question I want. It's our podcast. Say something about
Exactly.
it in the comments, and then hop over to Instagram and comment there too.
Yeah.
How much we suck. Uh, but tell other people. Say how bad we suck.
Tell everybody else that we suck so we can.
Yeah.
What is it? Could be just like it's basically like what is the worst injury? It doesn't necessarily have to be like this was like this put me out for years, but like what's the worst injury you had and in training? So mine is going to be I'll start off and just so you guys see what I'm talking about. It was at Anytime Fitness, and I was warming up. Two people were on the squat. There's only two squat racks, and people were there, and I forget what I had to go somewhere, and I was like, dude, I want to get squat in. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go use the friggin' Smith machine. I've never used a Smith machine. I put on 135 and popped a hernia on 135, and I felt it happen. Like I was just like, like fell over, and I was like, oh my god, like what? Just because I got like so like you know what I mean, like. I went down and I've never used one, so it like got me like weird out of position. Like at the time, I was probably mid-4 squatter. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
not
You were
heavy,
in shape. You were
not
in shape.
heavy at all. Like
Yeah.
I was in the army, like in the military, like so. But it was just like such a weird like position, and I guess it's because like I low bar. I was probably like too far up or something because I low bar and I'm pretty.
Well, and the Smith machine was at an angle.
It's a little bit of an angle,
so that there's a right way to be in there.
Yeah. I was falling backwards.
Yeah, there is.
But just 135, I get a hernia, and I was out for 6 months because of the army and nothing moves fast.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh, that's
that
crazy.
Is by far the most embarrassing training. Well, I also couldn't move my arm for like 6 weeks because I was leading the football team in neck rolls, and I got to like one angle, and I was just like, so I couldn't lift an arm for like 6 weeks. Just pinched a nerve or something.
That's awesome.
So that's what I mean by worst. Not necessarily the most terrible. It can be if you want that.
Yeah.
I figured you would like this because
Yeah.
I don't even know which one to choose. It's a common theme to talk about injuries. So
Yeah. You
I
got
only
one?
got one. I got one, and it's from my most recent meet. It would be I tore my quad. It was a grade two strain. It didn't fully detach. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it's been about a year now, and I'm still not the same. You know, I'm not even close to being the same. I recently got under about 600 pounds. It moved absolutely incredible, but the day after, my knee's swollen. I can't move it. I'm just sitting there, you know, I'm like, this is terrible. This hurts. I don't like this. And it was during I was doing a comeback meet because I did a little stint in boxing. I did an amateur fight, and then I came back to do a meet
We
because
should
I
talk
fell.
about that before we go.
That was that was fun. And then so I come back from that. I give myself about a year's worth of training to get back, but I got back really strong really quickly, and I think that's what ended up happening.
Too much too soon.
Exactly. And I went from a 700-pound squat back up to at least a 900-pound squat in 6 months. So it was it was not good. So
that's something a lot of people don't realize is that I think there's pretty good research that talks about like if you're immobilized, like you break an arm or something and you're or a knee and you're in a cast and you're just immobilized. If you're immobilized for 6 weeks, it could be 9 months or a year and a half until that ligament is back to full strength, and tendons will go a little faster and muscles will go faster, but it still takes a pretty significant window to come back from a really serious injury. So coming back in a year is pretty fast.
No, and I think it was like you said, it was just too fast, and then it was during the meet. I hit my opener. It was like 8:20 or it was like 8:20 or 8:40, somewhere around there. And it moved like absolute air. Like I could have done it for a set of 5. And then I was like, let's go 860. And then I'm going to match my best knee sleeve squat, which was 925 at the time on my third. And then that 860 ended up just popping my quad. So
Yeah.
I ended up not doing the rest of the meet. I had to get my knee sleeve cut off because I had I don't know if you heard of the new Pioneer Ghost thick. They're incredible. They feel like a light wrap almost. That's how
Okay.
stiff they are. I can literally put a 55-pound kilo plate on there and it will stand. It'll stand up still. So those are great for squatting if anybody wants those.